I am so excited to record this episode of the podcast. Hi, everybody. I'm your host, Kathleen Pitt. This is The Vortex. Everybody has an energetic vortex, and let's get into yours. Let's get into mine, and let's learn the lessons that need to be learned today to be the highest version of ourselves. So, my last video and podcast that I did went like semi-viral, I guess, on YouTube. And I'm only bringing that up because the story I have to share with you today is very much linked to that. So I want to thank each and every one of you for the lesson that you provided me. And I want you to know that you have facilitated this expansion, this activation, and this healing within me. So I can't wait to tell you this story. So the last post I did, or the last video I uploaded podcast, was about like 5 things I wouldn't be afraid to tell you if I wasn't afraid of hurting your feelings. And trust me, like I'm not afraid to hurt your feelings. That's what I'm here for. The whole reason is that I am the mirror that acts as your reflection of your power. What's activating you? What's triggering you? I was talking to someone today. I said, usually I have this preface in my content where I say, at the risk of being misunderstood or at the risk of, people not understanding whatever it is, like, no, misunderstand me. I want you to misunderstand me. I want you to be activated. I want you to be triggered. I want you to hear what I'm saying and reflect, like, what is that inside of me that's incongruent? What is it that's not letting me get to my next level? Like, that is my purpose in this world, is to reflect those pieces and parts back to you. So, for those of you who don't know, who are new here, my name's Kathleen. I'm the quantum psychic. 18 months ago, I heard light language and my life just like blew up in my face. Like I always say, like light language ruined my life because it ruined the life that I thought I wanted. It ruined that perfect trajectory or projection of, the house, the car, the kids, the job, the white coat, the everything. And it was like, whoa, what is this? Like it was a true soul awakening. So over this journey, I've built my business following my intuition only. I've tried strategy. It doesn't work for me. That's because I'm not supposed to be doing it curated. I'm not supposed to be doing it like the other big coaches are doing it. I'm doing it the way I'm doing it, and it's working really well when I step into that frequency of future me living as the quantum psychic. So when I do that, when I follow my intuition, I've gone viral on every platform. This is just important for the story, but I started going posting on Instagram. I went viral on Instagram. I started posting on Facebook, viral on Facebook, viral on Threads, viral on TikTok. I've been viral on like nearly every platform. And then I started doing this podcast and it started picking up traction. And I was like, well, I'll just upload the raw footage into YouTube. Like, we'll just see what happens. Uploaded the raw footage into YouTube. I get like 10, 12 views on it. No big deal. It's just, I know that I'm making my presence. This is just, I was led intuitively to do so. Therefore, I do it. That's how I lead my business. That's how I lead my life. So I posted and uploaded last week's video of like 5 things I wouldn't be afraid to tell you. And I went kind of like mini viral, right? Like I think it was like 1,500 views, 50 subscribers, just more than I was typically done. So imagine my surprise with all this virility. And when I say viral, I mean like, 4 million views on Threads, 2 million views on Instagram, like 8,000 followers overnight. Like it's not small numbers, it is viral status. So when I went to bed one night after uploading this YouTube video, and I woke up the next morning and I had like 50 subscribers and like 1,000 views, I felt this tension in my chest, this anxiety, this like, oh my God, overnight, I didn't even get to have control over it. I didn't get to see it happen in real time. Like, what if people said something bad about me? What happened? And of course, like all the comments were overwhelmingly positive. You guys are awesome fucking people. But I was so triggered by that virality. And I had to stop for a second. Like I've been doing this work long enough to look at it and be like, why are you triggered right now? Like what's the whole point was that people were supposed to find this video. The whole point. Um, and I was like, I don't know. Why am I triggered? What's going on? So what unfolded after that moment was this incredible journey of ancestral healing, and healing my visibility wound, which went back like hundreds of years. And I really want to share that story with you today. So sorry for all that back. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but toot toot, and let's get into it. So I noticed the anxiety and the fear coming up. And this is a process I take my clients through too as well. So you get kind of like to see it in action. Um, I tuned into this energy. I tuned into this anxiety. I tuned into like this fear that was coming up of being seen and heard in a big way. I didn't have control over it. It happened while I was sleeping. It was on a platform that I wasn't like expecting to perform at all, let alone like get people to follow me. And so I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, why are you, this doesn't make sense. Like, why are you doing this? Why is he having this reaction? And, words start to come up. I was like, well, it was raw footage. I didn't edit it. I didn't have like the cue card. It wasn't like my best work. The perfectionism, the fawning, the wanting to be liked coming. It's like, okay, Kathleen, cool. Like you're aware of that. You're working on that. Great. So we're letting that go. But this seems bigger. Like this seems like a bigger problem. Oh my gosh, if you're watching this, I just said the word bigger and like everything in the room, like the light shifted. I didn't change it. No one's around me turning lights on or anything. So it's supposed to be like you've gone bigger. You've done like why? Like this seems like a really weird reaction to a small like increase in virality. And so I went deeper. I tuned into this process I call rapid energetic recoding, where we like go into the body and we talk to the energy that's surrounding it. Because typically, if you have energy surrounding a certain thing, there's a memory associated with that. Or there's just maybe you don't have the memory, maybe you don't know why, but it is there, stored in your nervous system, stored in your subconscious. And anything that comes up from your subconscious to your conscious awareness, and you're aware that it's happening and it's running in the background, it is asking to be healed. It is asking to be let go, and it's your responsibility to do that. So I tune into this energy. And I had like someone with me helping me do this process and kind of guiding me through my mentor. And she, we're talking. It's like, okay, well, where is this energy? It's like, okay, where is it? Where's this energy? Where are you? What is it? And I started to tune into my energetic body. And what I felt was like right in my solar plexus, which, if you're not watching, is like right in your stomach area, like in your rib cage, was this like hot, like yellow, green, acidic, bile-like substance swirling and swirling around. Now, when people have energy or move energy, typically what happens is like people will yawn during the process, and then this is just so specific to me. Or they'll like the next couple of days they'll like have to integrate or be really tired or whatever it is. I tend to like want to vomit. Like I tend to like go, "Ugh." Lucky me getting it out of my body. So I start to like retch. Like I'm like, oh my God, get it out. Oh, what is this? Oh my gosh. And then with the help of someone's guidance, was like, okay, so what is it? Like what they're telling you? And I was like, it's just so angry. It's so mad. Like, oh my gosh, like what is this? And, it's like we'll tune into any memories associated with this, like where did this come from? And if you don't know, that's okay. Just, ask, because, you got to ask. And what happened next was interesting. So sometimes when this happens, you'll like immediately a memory pop, oh, I was 4 and this happened, or oh, in a past life, this happened. For this one, nothing was coming through. It was just like yuck. And so we started pulling it out of my body. Like I reached into my body and started pulling it, and she kind of facilitated that with me. And it was just, it was like slowly leaving, slowly leaving. And we got some of it out, but not all of it. And so then it was like, okay, well, is it still there? Yes. Okay. So here's the part that's important. When we talk about these like negative energies being in our body, we have to understand that we are benefiting from them in some way. So they are not there to hurt us, they are there to help us, and it is our job to heal it. So in this case, it's like, okay, how are you serving me? How are you helping me? And it was like, I'm keeping you small. You don't understand. I'm keeping you small. You're not safe. You're not safe. You're not allowed to be seen. And I was like, no, I am allowed to be seen. Like, I want to be seen and heard in a big way. I don't know the memory that's associated with this, but you're not protecting me anymore. You need to leave. What can I do to make you feel safe enough to leave? And as I said that, um, I heard the nastiest, the worst things come out of this energy's like field. It was just saying things to me like, you're nasty, you're disgusting. No one wants to hear what you have to say. Are you fucking serious? Shut the fuck up. You're ugly. No one's gonna listen to you. Just Oh my God, the vitriol, the vitriol of like hate that was spewing out of this energetic field into my space and into my mind's eye, and the feelings that I was feeling associated with this, I was like, just to set the stage, obviously I'm a psychic. I am in tune to energies all the time, but I lead a very normal life. Like it's in the morning, kiss my husband goodbye, just drop my kids off at school, sitting down, little tap, 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 talk like, emailing people, connecting with my clients, whatever. I'm having a normal, fun, great day. This thing starts spewing this nasty, nasty energy at me. And I like drop to my knees. I am sobbing like a baby. I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so mean." I'm laughing now, but I mean, I was crying like a child because it was so mean. And I said, "Why are you doing this? You are so mean. Why are you saying this to me? What is this? Who are you? Why are you here?" Demanding answers because I'm in control. I'm in control. It's my body, my energetic field. I'm in control. And the one question that prompted it was I said, "Why are you doing this?" And the energy got really quiet and it started to just simmer down. And it said, "Well, I don't know. We've always done this." I said, "Where did you come from? I don't want this. This is mean, nasty. I don't want this in my body. I don't want this running my life. This is not protection. This is torture." And they got really quiet, even more quiet, and said, I don't know. We've always done it this way." And so as I said and demanded, "Well, we're not doing it this way anymore. This is my body, my energy, my space. I need to be seen and heard in a big way so that my message can get to the people it needs to get to, so that I can change the lives of those who I'm meant to shift and change with, so I can raise the frequency and the consciousness of the planet. We're not doing it this way anymore." And as I said those words, in my mind's eye, I see a child. And she's crouched over in front of a fire. I think she had just reached for some food. And there's wooden planks on the ground. And it's a warm house. It's a little dirty. It's just bare bones. And then a woman, I said, has a broom, and she's beating this child with the straw part. So she's like, "I'm not really hurting her." She's hitting her and hitting her and hitting her with the straw part. And the message is clear. Speak, be seen, be heard, and you will be beaten. You will be persecuted. So as I'm watching this scene unfold in my mind's eye, it becomes very clear to me, and this is just something psychics know because it's just a knowing and a feeling and an understanding, that the woman with the broom was my great great grandmother. I've never seen a picture of my great great grandmother. I don't even know her name. I've never, like, nothing. The girl was my great grandmother. Again, never seen a picture of her, don't know her. We didn't really talk about it that much. It's my great grandmother. It's my great great grandmother, my great grandmother. And so I said to this energy, as I'm seeing this scene, understanding where this is coming from, the maternal trauma, like trauma encoded in the maternal lineage, it's where it's passed down. The anger, the hurt, the persecution, it's the parenting techniques that's learned from one generation to another. So much so that we don't even know why we're doing it anymore. It's just how we were taught, how it was stored in our nervous system. And that energy gets stored in nervous systems over and over and over. And you repeat the same patterns until someone steps up and says, "Wait a minute, why are we doing this? Why is it not safe? What could be more safe? What could be better? What could be more true?" And so that was the message. Be seen, be heard, be persecuted, be belittled, be told to shut up, be told to be quiet, be told to be small, to be limited. So you limit yourself. You be quiet, you be small. So I tell this energy that's stored in my body, I said, "I'm not there anymore. I'm not living there. That's not me. I don't live in that world. I live in a world where I am grateful and so blessed to be a woman that can speak freely. I live in a country where I can speak freely. I live in a place where my husband loves me unconditionally and allows me free creative expression. I have my own credit card. I'm on the mortgage. I have, my car. Something that wasn't allowed for women for a long time, maybe the last, I think it's like 60 years, 1972 was when women were allowed to get a credit card. I could be wrong on that, but it's been, very recently. I'm not in that timeline. I'm in a different one. And I don't need an energy to keep me small. And so I'm asking this energy at this time, I'm asking something, you need to go. You are leaving. Now, as I say this, my great great grandmother just shows up in my mind's eye. Again, if you're psychic, you understand like how you're seeing this. And she starts wagging her finger at me and she goes, "You don't get to tell me what I should and shouldn't have done. You weren't there. I did what I had to survive, to keep my child alive. I did what I had to so that you could be born. Don't you dare tell me that what I did wasn't right. I don't want to hear it." And I just looked at her and I saw so much. I could cry right now. I saw so much of my maternal lineage, my mother, my grandmother in this woman and the way she was speaking to me and how she was speaking to me. And the connection was so clear. It was just like you did do what you had to do. And no one's blaming you for that. And I forgive you. I forgive you. I wasn't there. How can I pass judgment when I wasn't there? She may have done that because who knows what happened to her. And maybe if my great grandmother was reaching for food and there wasn't enough because maybe they were feeding another family that day and they were just trying to survive, who am I to judge? I wasn't there because it's not about the judgment. I'm not here to determine what's right or wrong. I'm just here to claim my boundaries, to claim my energy, to claim what I'm transmuting into power, to move my pain into power, to be seen, to be visible, to be heard, to be limitless, to step into the expansion that I know is mine, where future means already done it. I know she's done it. That's why I want it so bad. I'm not here to judge. I hold so much empathy and space for those who did what they had to do to survive. And so I tell her this. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping them alive. Thank you for allowing me to be born. You did what you had to do. I love you. What do I need to do to make you feel safe so that this energy can leave my body today? She kind of wrung her hands because she wasn't really expecting that answer. She said, "Well, I want a seat at the table. I want to help you make decisions." I said, "You can't have a seat at my table. This is my table. It's my business. It's my life. And I love you, but this is mine. But you can have a seat at this table." And as I said that, to my right, in my mind's eye, a large oval wooden table opened up. And she gladly, with relief, sat down at this table. So thankful because she'd been hiding. She was so ashamed of what she had done in that time period, in that line, in that lineage, in that space. And when she died with that shame. And she was so afraid of being seen and being heard, helping. And on my behalf, she felt like she couldn't help any of us. How could she help? She had already done so much damage. If she was involved, she thought, if she would just cause more chaos. So as I forgave her, as I forgave my lineage and this trauma, she sat down at the table, and then many, many more ancestors came out, heads hung in shame, hats in their hands, asking for empathy, asking for grace, claiming that they felt guilty as well and they didn't know what they were doing. Different time periods, different dress, all the way, I think like all the way back to the 1200. Like it was just so many of them came forward and said, "I wanted what was best too. I just didn't know how to do it." Okay, no problem. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for keeping us alive. Thank you for allowing us to be born. Because it's not just me, right? It's my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my parents, my grandparents, all of that, their siblings. There's so much there. There's so much healing going on. And they all sat down and I said, "Okay, I love you. I forgive you. We have work to do." And as I said that, I saw in my mind's eye timeline shift, timeline shift, timeline shift. My name being spoken in rooms that I wasn't aware of yet, calls being made. I know that, and this has always been in my vision that I'll be on the Today Show when launching my book. I saw that phone call being made saying she needs to be on the Today Show. And they were showing me and showing me and showing me how they were working on my behalf. And that now that they didn't feel guilty and they knew that they had a place at the table and they were in a seat of love and they felt like, okay, yes, we did this for a purpose and now we can transmute all of this pain into power and love and frequency. We will help guide her. We will help her. We will help her family. We will help future generations and all of her soul clients be magnetized to her. We are ready to work. It was such a powerful moment for me, for my family, whether they are going to listen to this or know what's happened or not. Can't wait to see shifts that happen in their life. It was such a powerful moment for everyone's healing on so many different levels. And an interesting take, I'd be happy to hear what mediums have to say about this. It definitely showed me, it's always, I've never been able to connect 3 or 4 generations back for my lineage. Like, oh, your ancestors are watching over you. Like I never felt that connection. Maybe like 7 or 8 generations back, I could feel it, but they were also ascended more. So they're just a little bit harder to connect to. But the 3 or 4 generations back where that crystal clear vision comes through, I had not really been able to connect with them, and now I can see them in full force. So let me know how you feel about that if you're a medium and like, listening to this. But it was just such a powerful moment of healing. It's like all of these things, all of it had to happen so that number one, I could be born, right? My family could be everybody, who knows, like the lineage of what else of my kids and their kids and their kids will accomplish. It all had to do with me being born. Okay. Then that fear of visibility, that limiting belief that, oh my gosh, I didn't get to see this happen, or did people say nice things about me, or I didn't even, will they be mad that I didn't respond to them in a couple hours? Um, I didn't know that you could go viral on YouTube overnight. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for more and more and more. It's like, is that true? Or is it more true that that's an old fear playing in the background and it's repeating? So for you, ask yourself in your life if there's something that's happening in your life that you don't want, that consciously you don't desire. Like, no, I'm not manifesting this, Kathleen. I promise. Like, I would not choose. If I'm choosing all of it, if everything's a reflection of my internal world, I'm not choosing this one. Uh-uh. I got something else I want to be cooking up. No, I want you to ask yourself if there's something in your life that you're not loving right now, that you're not like no, this is not, I would not choose this. I want you to ask yourself, how could this be benefiting me? What positive benefit am I receiving from this in some way? How could this be keeping me safe? And so for this specific example, okay, it's keeping me safe because I don't need to be seen. Do I not need to be seen? Or is there a perpetuating pattern stored in my nervous system limiting me? And that subconscious is very powerful. It'll manifest chaos. It'll manifest algorithm changes. It'll manifest partnerships that don't feel aligned, relationships that suck you dry. It'll manifest chaos in your everyday perfect life until you address your subconscious, until you clear that limiting belief, until you stop looping in that energy thought pattern. You are in control. You are the creator of your reality. Everything that you have see in your external world is a mirror and reflection of your internal world. Every single thing. So what are you manifesting today? No judgment. Positive, negative, no judgment. It is what it is. This is your life. This is your life. You get to live one life. And if it's not what you desire, if it's not logically what you want to create or what's calling you, how is it benefiting you? And when you can find that out and you can shift that and transmute that and align your frequency to something greater, to something higher, to something more powerful and resonant within you, when you can align your frequency consistently day after day after day and transmute that pain that's been stored in your nervous system for generations, then you can allow it to become your superpower. Because now I have no fear of being seen. I have no fear of being misunderstood. I have no fear of stepping into the purpose and power that I've always known in my heart and soul that I was born for. Now we have work to do. You have work to do.